reputable source. Because they can compromise, like a lot of places use multi-factor authentication, such as like Pulse or other stuff for their for your multi-factor authentication, and basically if they own your user's cell phone, they can spoof your user potentially. So another endpoint security lesson for mobile. I figure I'd give you that one because those USB cables, they're often used to spoof attack mobile phones or like Android or otherwise, but they can also just as easily, someone plugs in those cables to their PC to charge their cell phone, can also attack them. It's because they're basically just a mini rubber ducky. They may not be able to execute as much mini scripts, but enough to get somebody a footprint in. Operation of hardware, redundant power supply, warranty support for secure network components, especially for power outage to keep you up and running. Implement secure communication channels according to designs. Some places they color code their networks. As far as like voice, some places keep them purple, blue for standard networking. Anything high priority, they might put in orange or red, yellow for crossover, etc. They may have network segmented by design or VLAN trunked by design just to keep the collisions down and or stuff segmented. Domain 5, identity and access management, control and physical logic assets, informational systems, devices, facilities, applications. Federated services, people seen on cloud, Facebook, Google. Single sign-on. Sorry, I skipped a section. Manage identifications and access authentication to people, devices, and service. Identity access management. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jump Cloud. Yes? No?
Oh, sure.
Like this one's free. You can use it for home labbing, or like a lot of small businesses used it. The Apple mobile device management can do radius for like Wi-Fi access points if you want to beef up their security. You can do SSO. You can also tie it into various other services such as Slack, Google Workspace. Etc. You can also tie it into like on-prem Active Directory and everything else. So you can pretty much get it to go.
Does it work with MS365? Because some of the other SSO solutions I've used just don't work.
Absolutely.
And you
This
don't
is like,
have to hack
yeah.
your Active Directory and run you know run scripts on your Windows machines to make it actually work.
This one here has an agent for Windows. You can install with PowerShell, as I can just click devices.
Okay, so you do have to install. You have to run PowerShell scripts on your Windows devices to make it work. But they make it easier.
I'm just saying it makes an agent. It just installs the agent, and then once the agent installs, not too bad. You can also install like policies and stuff like that, or you can also push PowerShell, i.e., Chocolatey, to install stuff. Like if you want like the guest account to be enabled, which you normally don't. Let's say on a laptop you want them to be enabled and display like GPS information, i.e., if you want to use the Pray service account, someone steals one of your corporate laptops. Hey, I'm here. I'm stolen, but I'm here. Come send police. The
Hmm.
other guy, I forget what software he was using, but down at the children's hospital, he had one that tattooed the BIOS. It's like, basically, even if the person tried to wipe out the OS, it would basically say, hey, please drop it off at the security desk. We'll look the other way, if you return it in good working order. Basically, users would give up because his product tattooed the BIOS. So it was unusable except for without their stuff. At the local children's hospital here, the Scottish Rite here in Dallas. I forget what he was using. I'd have to ask him. But praise what I've used since they're open source, but you can also get like licensing for X number of machines on the cheap. Someone steals one of my household laptops, I can basically keep pinging it. The only reason I use the guest account is because if some stupid fool does like a Bing or Google search, I got their location. It's like I know where my laptop is. But yeah, you can get an agent that basically works for that. There's different cloud directories. If you click here, there's G Suite. Like, looks like I need to renew my, you know, token. Uh, but you can import that for Office 365. You can authenticate against Google Suite, or i.e. Google Workspace. It's got baked in for Bamboo. But, it's free for up to 10 users, so you can piddle around with it. It's got cloud LDAP, so you can configure it. Uh, fairly simple. So you can use it for identity and access management and or use it to bind stuff. So it's particularly simple. If I need to add a new device, you can also use like Puppet. I don't see
Oh,
why they
there you
don't.
go.
So you can use Puppet, Ansible.
And I see it does Mac and Linux too.
Yeah, but the Linux, it only supports basically Debian and or others. If I like fuck around with Gentoo, I have to basically build a virtual machine, go harvest the bits of it out of opt, and then slap it on there, and then do some hacking to get it to play nice with Gentoo.
Yeah, but most supported accounts will be RHEL anyway.
I'm saying in my particular use case,
Mhm.
most of my test beds are Gentoo. But like if I was doing appliance-based stuff, like security appliances, yeah, they're going to be Red Hat.
And what's the other one you
Also,
said that was free? The Praise?
Pray.
Pray? Pray?
Jump Cloud, you can also install applications. Say if you have a policy group, you can also send it chocolatey commands. You can also install, say, CloudStroke Falcon. Chocolatey update packages. If I push this command, it basically downloads the auto chocolatey command to basically run on the machines in my house. So I literally can just run it, even my wife's computer, stepson's computer. It will do it, but it uses chocolatey. Chocolatey and box starter. Box starter basic. Box starter, you can basically take a minimum, instead of having to do the make your own Windows install distro and snapshot it, you can take a vanilla install image, i.e. like say NT Lite, and then you can just have it run a post install script that basically adds Jump Cloud, adds Box Starter. Box Starter automatically adds chocolatey.
Cool.
So if you also chocolatey integrates with SSCM, so it basically is nice to keep my stuff up to date, because that's the other thing. But as I was saying, instead of me having, the other one you can get is WinGet. But Prey basically you can use to track down a stolen laptop. You can also have an API key. You can also have like parameters that set the key. Wazoo agent. You can install here too for the seam that I mentioned. So easy peasy.
Thanks. It's useful data.
And Jump Cloud, I can give it to you. You know, here it's free of charge for 10 users or less. So
Donnie already pasted a Jump Cloud link. Thanks, Donnie.
No worries. I was snooping around trying to. I see he has the console area, but you were asking the questions about the software interaction requirements and what would be needed to run scripts against it. According to its website, it says there would be nothing needed other than just to install and run. That's why I actually did the jump for why Jump Cloud.
Right, right. So it install and run the Jump Cloud agent, which probably runs the scripts that, I'm using something called Rippling. And
yeah,
their MS365 integration just does not work.
I'm just saying this integrates with lots of stuff. I mean, it has like different cloud directories. You can use it for SSO. You can also get even an agent for on-prem Active Directory to run it against the local server, and it makes it very easy to bind against it. You can even have Intune stuff. You can even manage stuff with Intune with this. You know, it's got some free stuff. I mean, we used it at my last company too. But I've had my own instance for a while that you can set up like Office. As you can see, Office 365, GitLab, Zoom. Like devices here, for Windows, you can, premium feature, there's, if you're paying for it, then, there's all kinds of stuff. But as I was saying, you can home lab it, you can play with it from your home machines, but you can push like different stuff. You can add administrators by email. I can manage users, API, staged, email. I don't have any macOS devices, so I don't really care. Set up minimum character length,